Hi, my name is Gina and I'm here again to demonstrate some simple ways to do weights at home. I've been asked by a lot of people to show them how to do some stuff, so I'm just trying to make some videos here. One of my favorites is chest and biceps. Usually do them together. I'll show you the weights that I've got at home. These ones here are 2-pound weights. They work really well because they fit right in your hand, so anything that you're doing they can be easily held onto. These ones here are 2-pounders. These ones are 4s. These kettlebells are 5. These little chrome weights are 10. If I'm using these ones, I usually wear gloves because the rough handle can be very hard on your hands. So there's little weight gloves that they sell in the stores. These are ones I've had for about 20 years, maybe more. They don't cover the back, just the front. They're rubber and neoprene. I don't buy the leather ones. These ones too. So that'll protect your hand from this right here. It's really rough. It's there for grip. That's why it's there. Those on the bars as well, because the big bars have it. These weights are rough too, on the inside. These are 15 pounds. This is a plate from my leg machine. This one's 25 pounds. This is a 35-pounder. I also have a 45, but I left it outside. So these can be used as well with your hands. They're really soft. They're all rubberized. This weight here is 25 pounds. It's really soft, easy on the hand. This one you would need gloves as well. This is a preacher bar. It's got the curved bar on it. You can grip it in the middle, or you can turn it and grip it wide. The plates come off. This one's got 7.5 on each side, which is 15. The bar itself, I think, is another 15, so that makes this bar about 30 pounds. The ends come off like that, and I've got interchangeable plates outside, so you can bring the weight up really high. You don't have to use a bench. You could use a chair. You could use a stool, like this one. The main goal, though, when you're doing them, is to have space on the side of you. When you're using a bench, there's always, the benches are narrow because you want to be able to bring the weight down beside you and not hit something. So this sort of works depending on the size of the weight. So I'm not hitting that step there. If I was using a bigger weight, I might hit the step. Ideal thing though is to either use, you can use the corner of a chair because that sort of narrows it down, or you can just use a bench like this one. But first I'll show you how to do it standing up. To use the desired weight, I usually use 15s. So you're going to hold your arms against the side of your body, so they're tight against the side, your elbows are not moving around, and you're going to breathe out when you exert, which is when you come up. Always keep your head straight, don't turn it, don't talk to the person beside you. So when you breathe out, you come up, breathe in as you come down, hold it on the top for a few seconds, is like to tighten your muscles as you hold it up. Always do each side equally. You either do them together, or you take turns and you keep track so that you always do the same on each side because you don't want to be lopsided. So people would, when they're beginners, they might want to start off with their weaker arm. If you're using your stronger arm, say you're doing, say you're right-handed, so your right arm's stronger, and you do 15 of these, and then you can't do all 15 of these. So you end up 10 on here, 15 here, and then you're not doing it evenly, and you're going to end up with a really strong arm and a weaker arm. So what you should do, if you're not really used to it, is you start with your weaker arm. So say you can do 10 with your weaker arm, then you do 10 with the other arm, and you're balanced. And that way you're always going to do the same on each side, and then you won't become Superman on one side and Tweety on the other side. So you can do it standing up with these weights, you can do it with this bar as well. Keep your arms together, bring it up. This one you'll bring it right up to your chin. Always breathe out as you come up. Hold it at the top. Squeeze the muscle when you're at the top. I usually do about 15 to 20 reps, anywhere between 5 and 7 times, which are sets. So 7 sets of 15 to 20. If that's too much, you got to bring your weight down. You just try to keep your weight in a balance that really works for you. As you get stronger, you can go up. I actually try not to go up because then I actually get bigger, and I don't want to be too much bigger. Some people would prefer this bar. It's really soft on the hands, and it won't rust like this one here is all rusty now. I've had it for a long time. So you're going to bring it up. You change your grip as well. Make sure it's really stable, so when you bring it up, it doesn't twist your arms or hurt your neck. Breathing out as you come up. Hold it for a sec. Squeeze the muscles as you come up. You can also do it on a bench, which is another way to do it. That way you're not holding your back straight, because if you have a weak back, it can be hard on your back. So this bench here, I don't have the hooks on it because I never put them on it, so I just dust them off. It does have the ability to incline. It's not a decline bench. A decline bench will go down. It'll bend downwards so that you can lean back on it. Otherwise, we're just stuck with the typical average family home bench. So you're going to sit on the end. Make sure you're straight. Get your weight, your hair out of the way. Start at the bottom. Some people like to do one arm at a time just to give a little more definition to each arm. You go out or up, breathing out. Keep your neck straight. Breathe out when you come up. Make sure when you alternate, you always do it evenly. You don't ever do one side more. You might want to do 2 at a time. Okay. Another way to target the bicep really well is to do them without any chance of your arms moving, which would be done by putting your arm, bracing your arm against something like your elbow. And that way, when you bring it up, your arm is not moving, and it targets right where you want it. Always start with your weaker arm when you do this. If you're not used to it, you'll end up with uneven sides from doing too many on the strong side. And I know I'm not evening these out here today, but I'm just here to show you how to do it. Okay, we're going to do the bench as well. Turn it sideways. So when I do chest, I usually do flat as well as incline as well. And I usually do it with singles and with a bar, just to mix it up. So make sure you're straight. Oh man. Let me just take this off. Okay. So you start with them beside your chest. You can either have your feet down like this, or you can keep your back flat by lifting your feet up. I usually keep it up. Start at the sides. When you push up, you breathe out. You can either go perfectly straight up, or you can touch in the center. Like that. So that's with the free weights, and then I'll try it with this bar. Okay. So I'm holding it right over my chest, not my neck, but over my chest. My feet are up so that my back's flat. Hands are evenly balanced, arms right apart. I press straight up above the chest. Breathe out as you're pressing up. Next thing I would do would be flies. Or actually, no, I didn't do the incline, but incline is like this. Every angle that you're doing works a different muscle. This is why they change it up with different angles like this. When you're lying flat, it does more in the center. When you do it from here, it does it higher up on the chest muscle, pectoral. Anyways, if you're doing a decline, it'll work on the underside of the pec, which is more normally what the guys want, not the girls. They like to have that ledge underneath. So I've never done a decline bench. So from here, you're going to start it at the chest and go straight up above the chest, straight like this. Always breathing out, of course, when you go up. And my other favorite is the flies. I'm going to bring this down a little bit. Flies I will do flat as well as incline. Flies works the side of the pectoral to make it wider. Let's see. I'm just putting the gloves on. These ones really hurt my hands. So, when you do flies, you're going to start up at the side. Instead of being centered like this, like when you do the chest press, you do this way, turning it sideways, and you're going to go round like this. First time I was taught this, I was told to me to be the shape of hugging a barrel, like this. So you're basically bringing your arms. You keep them rounded, you don't go straight like this. You keep them curved. Your elbow's always bent, and you come back as far as you can, and you bring it forward, keeping it rounded like this. So you're starting in the middle, and you go out, breathing out as you come up. So when you're doing flies, well, at least in my experience anyways, I'm usually a little bit lighter on the fly than I am on the press as well as the curl. When I do a curl, I'm using 15. When I do flies, I use 10 because it's harder and it hurts more. So there's no sense in getting hurt. If you're hurting yourself, you're going too heavy or you're not giving yourself enough recovery time. That's why I try to mix it up. I do legs one day, chest and biceps another day, and back and triceps the other day. I don't do shoulders because, I mean, I already look like a guy. I don't want to make it worse. So I've never done shoulders. And I mean, you can do shoulders at first. One of them would be like this. Straight up. Always breathe out as you're going up. Another one would be shrugs, which is normally what the guys would do. Girls don't like to have big shoulders. But shrugs would be down, and then you lift. You're basically lifting your whole shoulder cage up by doing that. I'm not an expert in that. Oh yeah, so the slides would be also done on a flat bench. So, lie down, start in the center, and always remember to hug the barrel. Keep it rounded when you come down. Always breathe out when you're exerting, and breathe in when you're recovering, which means when you're going back down. So, I didn't really plan this. It was just something I wanted to get over with while I'm in the mood. So here I am, and I hope you liked it. Thank you.